Alright. Let's see if anyone actually kept watching for me long enough to actually see this. All the way around the clock. So many can barely breathe, struggling just to try and live. We can lighten our load, though at least if we learn to forgive. Not for anyone else, but just for the benefit of our own selves. Such a wisdom in the volumes and yogi's fake backdrop. No ego there. Force what I convey, the sense of self-forgiveness and awareness of a larger, all-encompassing benevolent. Yeah, just the yogi, no ego there. Just the yogi, his soul laid bare. His blue stars action, ready to give his life a count. Oh, hello. Okay. Nothing important is going on here. I saw a cop and I was going to try to prove that I could just basically walk out of my house and walk in the street and end up getting stopped, harassed, bullied out of my ID, basically by giving me a ticket for Walk Street or some other nonsense. But I think the cops around here know me now. Excuse me, recognize me. My nose is all plugged up. Hold on, please. Ah, that's better. I can breathe. Okay, I think the popos around here know me now, and I think they ran. Well, I'm putting my... Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I'm so technically inept and so dumb. I'm just putting the phone up to my ear like I'm talking to somebody when I'm supposed to be filming. Yeah, that popo's gone. He's not... He didn't want no part of me, I guess. Well, poo-poo. Poo-poo on the popo. I bet you I could still... Man, I've been working fast. I bet you I could still just probably dance in the street for like 30 seconds here. And somebody would call them back and have them over here. Wait. No, that's not them. Okay, well... Anyone who... I see you, Chevy. I see you, Jim. Four Corners. Dub Wubs. No coppers. Okay, no show. Damn it. Well, I'll keep you guys on here for another couple minutes while I walk around. Just see if I can find them. Who knows where I went. There's a bar up here. Oh, it's cold. It's very cold. I'm a Portlander, so most of you are probably like, you don't even know what cold is. It's like 45 here. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at the temperature, but darn, they're gone. You know, every single time now that I ever see them drive past me, I give them the big double bird. Every time. I'll stop and drop my cane that I sometimes walk with when my foot is fucked up, and I will give them the double bird. If I'm not carrying it, I'll definitely give it to them. But yeah, I think they've gotten to where they just don't want to mess with me now. Okay, wait, there's a couple cars coming. Damn. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream, I guess. That's a little bit of a bummer. I guess I thought if I could walk fast enough I could keep up with their vehicle, huh? Alright. I'm gonna cut this. Blue popo, dub wub. Thank you everyone who come. Oh yep, see, I told you, Brent. I told you I'd end up seeing a cop or something in the live streaming. Or that it was somewhat possible. But of course I didn't catch her on film. I turned it on and went after him and he just kept going. Man, I am not going to be no, I'm not going in the bar. Forget that. No gambling. No gambling. Gambling is bad for your soul. Bad for everything. It's like more addictive than crack. You just, yeah. Or I shouldn't say that it's more addictive than crack, maybe, but it's, I don't think that crack is really that physically addictive, but whatever. Neither is gambling. They're just a different kind of addiction. Like, I don't know. I can't go into the video poker place. I can stay out of there, but if I go in there, no matter how much I plan to spend, I'll empty my pocket, or I'll walk out a big winner. Which KKR will tell you, he's watched me walk out with like 1,600 and 800 and whatnot, and then also turn around and blow hundreds. It's not good. Now, I've only done it maybe 10 times in the last year, and I've stopped, and I'm not going to again. However, for little kids out there, don't learn that one the hot stove way. You don't need to go through it. It's awful. It's funny because all the years that I had lots of money, I didn't care about gambling. I never had a problem. Even though I was at the bars 24/7, had my own after hours club, blah, 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 just Mr. Social Butterfly. I never had a problem with gambling. I didn't want to play the Texas Hold'em games that they had going everywhere. I worked at them instead as a camel girl. Someone giving away free Camel cigarettes with, you show me your ID. You take a photograph of it, scan the front and back, blah, blah, blah. You probably get a bunch of junk mail, but you get 2 free packs of cigarettes right there. People loved it. Or if you worked at the bar or whatever, you get 3. You get a bar pack as well. So I could basically drink, or I could drink it for free at most of the bars in town if I liked alcohol, which I really never have. So, but I knew between that job and my after hours club, I knew just about every bartender, every stripper, every waiter in town, every waitress. Anyways, yeah. Gambling. I didn't have a gambling problem though. Lots of money, no problem. And then you get broke. It's like you get desperate and you just want to. It's like, I got $1 here, that can do nothing for me. But if I put it in this machine here and I just happen to get lucky, even though the odds are 1 in 1,000, whatever, it's worth it. It's like nothing or nothing. Basically, is the justification that you use in your head. I mean, it's obviously not true, but it's not so far from true either. It's not so far away from true either. Woo. I don't know, I guess I'm almost jogging just because of this cold weather. This is awful. For my lungs, they're so scarred up from that scleroderma that even semi-cold weather, I can't even see my... Okay, so you guys are calling me a total wuss. Yeah, I can't even see my breath. It's not even that cold. Oh my goodness. But yeah, for me, this feels like death every time I breathe. Every time I breathe in really hard. I mean, I keep doing this just because I want to keep my ability to do this. But boy, I'll tell you, sometimes I wonder if I'm going to just drop dead from a heart attack or something. I sure hope not. But I'm also not going to sit there and just be couch potato just because I'm scared. It's not worth it. I'd rather drop dead out here. Alright, I don't know if there's anybody left in here. USA Inc. Hey, nice to see you. Brett Shinko. Brett Shinko, yeah, everybody double tap. I've been sitting here, what is it, proselytizing, philosophizing? I don't know. Not even paying attention to who's in my chat. Totally rude, self-involved. Don't care about no one but myself, jabbering away. Okay, I'm almost back to the... If you guys knew how far I just went while you were on live with me, you'd be pretty well impressed. I went from 37th up to 42nd. Then I cut over about 3 blocks, 3 shorter city blocks. And now I'm going back down in numbers to 37th again. And that's not nowhere. That's somewhere. Oh, I thought that was that cop there. It's not. I don't think it is. You know, after they did this stupid BS where they gave me this ticket for walking in the street just because they wanted to bully me out of my identification, even though they had no right to it whatsoever. And after they pulled away, of course, I was able to stop filming for a second, and I immediately looked up, you know, what's the law here in Portland about walking in the streets? Because I jogged my whole life, all the way up until my 32, every day, every morning, in the early morning or at night, in the middle of the night. And I'll tell you what, you can't jog down the sidewalk safely. There's too many, you know, uneven, especially around here with all these trees. Look at these trees. It's like I'm in a bloody forest. And with all of this, there's just, the sidewalks are completely like raising up here and sinking down there and blah, blah, blah. And humans, they leave we have a very efficient walk for our design. Our design is not efficient. The way that a Sasquatch or a relic hominin moves, that's how a bipedal creature should have evolved to walk, where they have a hinge in the middle of their foot, they step forward, thrust with the knee, you know, swing that lower leg forward, and then they go right over the top of that single, probably can't see shit here. They go right over the top of that single, and you still can't see shit. Okay, never mind. Okay, so they go right over the top of that foot that they stuck out there and planted. And their rear leg, in the meantime, goes to a 73-degree shin rise angle, whereas a human's is 52. So there's a 21-degree difference there between Bigfoot and you. And if you want to see a brilliant video that proves the existence of Sasquatch, that's only 2.5 minutes, that video. It's called 21 Degrees Between Bigfoot and You. It's an old Thinker Thunker video. If you don't understand after watching that 2.5 minute short that that footage is genuine and that these things are real, and then I'm sorry for you. You've got some serious kind of cognitive dissonance going on. Oh wow, see, I still thought that might be like, oh, it's some kind of a park person. And some kids are just screaming at a dog for no reason. Why are you abusing that dog, miss? Huh. I didn't even realize my headphones still on. Why would she be screaming at that dog like that? That doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me happy. The poor thing was like cringing on the ground. Anyways, I'm not gonna beat up 2 10-year-old girls, but what do you, I mean, come on. Yeah. So I was talking about Patty here and why she has to be real and 21 degrees between Bigfoot and you. That's right. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about it. But I was initially talking about how we can't run on the sidewalks in the dark, whether that be early morning or late at night, because of the cracks, because of the roots, and because of the human walk, where we just barely lift our foot high enough to clear the ground on a flat surface. Just barely, like we are not giving it a centimeter that we don't need to, most of us, because it's just an efficiency thing, and we get very good at walking and very good at, you know, as good as some people are at video games, most people are at walking, and they can just drag that other foot. Not only can you do that, but you can also, when you're walking on a little bit less even of a ground like this one, you're able to somewhat, if you're like me, a Terminator like me, a human Terminator, you're able to somewhat calculate even discrepancies in the height of, or, you know, cracks in this kind of more off-road stuff without looking, and still keep that walk really efficient, and just occasionally adjust it a little bit. But yeah, we get good at it. That's the bottom line. And you can't do that. It's the same thing when jogging. You'll forget if you try to stop and just keep remembering you will not. You'll forget. So you can't run after dark or before dark, or in the PM, the early AM. You can't run on sidewalks. It's just not safe. You'd be very likely to break your leg. And not only that, but once it's dark outside, whether you're walking or running or whatever you're doing, it's safer to be out in the street a little bit, running alongside by the cars there, the edges of the parked cars. It's safer to do that than to be running down the sidewalk where there's ambush potential on both sides of you, and somebody wouldn't even need to be planning for you to come along there. They could just be depressed laying there in a yard or something and see you coming, and they see that it's just dark, and it's far-fetched. No one's going to do that to me, but to some women and various other people that could happen. And it's not smart though. Even I run down the street, not just for the extra safety of the levelness of the street, but also because it's safer from ambushes. Dogs too. There's another one. If you're out in the street, that gives you an extra whatever number of seconds or split second. I can do a lot in that time though, especially, I react quickly to things. So it gives you that extra second where you could even divert a dog attack. Whereas if you can't see it coming, it doesn't really matter how fast your reflexes are. If it comes from behind or the side, especially if you're jogging along, thinking about other stuff maybe. I don't know about you, but when I used to run, and I used to pretty much run, like, I barely remember the last time I was jogging. It was either sprinting and doing wind sprints, or then eventually nothing at all. But anyways, my mind tends to wander, is what I was about to say. And it's almost like dream time. Into fixing different parts of your life, maybe you're thinking more clearly than usual about stuff, because your heart is pumping, and the emotional tie that you have to whatever the issue is you're thinking of is blocked by the endorphins that you're feeling, and possibly even changed to where you'll have an association with those good endorphins just from talking about a problem that you stress over normally. If you exercise and think about that problem, that can help, because not just because you'll think about it more clearly, but because you'll begin to associate that less with a waking nightmare kind of anxiety, and more with a kind of a after workout glow kind of a feeling, subconsciously. I mean, it would be great if you thought about it consciously as well, but you don't need to. My pants are falling down as usual because I suffer from the cursed no azatol syndrome. That's right, no azatol. I've got none. My ex-girlfriend, one of my ex-girlfriends, used to say that it was like putting pants on a sugar cone with a pecker. Or that it was like trying to keep pants up on a sugar cone with a pecker. And talking about anyways, so it's hard for me to keep pants up in the back. Sorry, I'm not trying to sag. I've never swung that direction. I've never been to actual prison. I've been to jail far too long. But over nothings. But and I'm still sour, damn it. Anyways, who could not be sour? I was talking to Roger Bond earlier, and he was just like, why on earth what does the American government do that to y'all? And I was like, really? You don't have basically the same problem there in New South Wales? And he was like, no, bro, that shit would not fly in any Australian court. And I don't know, I mean, I made those intro videos for, well, he doesn't use them for that, but I made that like 15-minute long super jam for Jenny's, oh boy, I'm so stoned. I can't remember. I can't. Oh, of course, Nathan. And I don't know how I could have forgot for a second, but I just, yeah. It's been a little while and I'm ripped. And I'm not walking still at like almost a running pace. Or a fast walk. A fast walk. Just around and around like some kind of a rat stuck on a wheel. Through the park, through the dark, dark park. You know, I wonder if they actually bust me and say that I'm in the park after a certain. I need to look that up. I wonder if this place is closed. I mean, that would be completely. That would be complete horseshit because I've been coming here since I was 4 years old at all time hours of the night and day. Yes, even when I was young. KKR, I'll tell you, not was 4, but you know, by the time I was like 6, 8, I was out here doing whatever, whenever, whatever. And I was catching worms at night to go fishing the next days. All the time. And you're going to tell me the park's closed at dark now? And I can't even come out here and catch worms? No. That's not, that isn't chill. It isn't chill at all. And I see this guy, this truck that's over here that I thought might be the copper. He's actually the park something or other. And he's still parked over there. I don't know if you can see his red taillights there. I may actually walk over that direction and see. Let's see, we got anybody in here still? We got 10 thumbs up and 7 visitors. Cool. Brent Shimko is still here. US Inc. is still here. Marianne. Oh, hey, that's Mr. Bones. As well as his lovely other, significant other. I'm having a hard time. Don't tell me I had to bring my glasses just to read this stuff. Bendejo. Okay, so that's probably a troll on me. Just that name right there. I never thought of that one before. Ben, you know. Oh my God. Bendejo, okay. I got you. That was a good one. I might have to steal that one from you and start another troll account here on YouTube with that name. I'm sorry, bud, but you done exposed me to it. You can't stop me now. Matter runs like Naruto. I seen it. Okay. So let's see what this guy says to me, if anything, about being in the park after dark. Oh, that runs. I knew that I was kind of a poet, so, so I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a poet when I didn't know it. I know that I speak with a poetic grace that even I am not fully conscious of. But Chevy has recognized my genius many times and used that poetic linguisticism to create beautiful music. Linguistical expertise. Excuse me. I'm trying not to cuss here. Now I'm gonna have to put another $5 in the cuss jar. How many times? I wonder how many times I've slipped on this. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that now. Oh man, that's a bummer. I wasn't paying enough attention. But you gotta be honest in life. That's the thing. If you say you're gonna do something, you gotta freaking do it. So if you're gonna make a sacrifice and be out of the, you know, by a certain time or whatever, you're gonna make a sacrifice, try to be out of things like that, then you got to follow through and say, hey, I'm gonna put that dollar or that $5 or whatever in the curse jar every time that I mess up. And I don't care if that's going to charity or it's going to, I mean, obviously if it's going to something that you want, that you're saving up for, yeah, it's a good motive to actually do it. But I mean, of course it's a good motive to actually do it. So it's kind of like you're taking away any of the sting, any of the real sting, and then in fact you're just doing yourself a favor for cursing, because you're going to want to fill that jar up and go buy whatever this. Well, that's a good scam. I shouldn't actually announce that to the world, huh? Probably some of y'all are going, buddy, what are you talking about? I was talking about Nathan. I was stupidly running my stupid big fat mouth. That's what I was doing. That's what I tend to do. If you don't know me and you don't like me by now, then too bad. Alright, that's just me. I don't care. I'll be weird. I'll be the weirdest person on YouTube if I have to. Which I don't think that's actually quite possible. Yeah, I can gab up a good one, especially when I get ripped. But there are bigger a-holes out there than me. Far, far bigger. And I don't mean in terms of watch power and following, because they got that too, yeah. But I mean like just in pure a-holery. Basic, what's his name? Steven, whatever the jerk. Steve, somebody in the chat, Steve somebody. Anyways, you know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The jerk. Steve somebody. Boy, that's gonna drive me freaking batty. That's been happening to me a lot lately too. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Wow, have I been walking around this whole time? I'm getting so. If I could get people to come and join me every day, I'd probably be out here running around like this every day, even though it does cost me something terrible, but I can deal with it if I do it. It just means a lot of extra work for me. But at the same time, you know, it's well worth feeling better. I'm not trying to get any sympathy about it. It's well worth, you know, doing to feel better and blah, 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 blah. But not everybody has to do it. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. It is a bitch. It's a bitch. But whatever. You know, and it may come... I also have to be careful about just hyping my immune system up, period, and exercising vigorously every day like I always did is one way to really kind of boost your immune system, which mine is the thing that's out of control and eating me. So I have to be careful about that too. It's kind of a balance to strike. But I'm getting to be, I couldn't fit into my jeans, that Chevy knows, and in my 34s from last springtime that I fit just no problem last spring. I'm totally not even I can't even zip them up. I can't even begin to zip them up. Not if they're pulled up all the way. Yeah. And at first I like sat there and wondered, you know, did I keep these too close to the heater? Did I, you know, use the wrong dryer setting? Did some gremlin come along and swap my pants out for some that don't fit me? If I have a fake number on them. But then I tried some other pants and some other pants. And yeah, it was the same story. So turns out it was me. Turns out it was my chunky bum. I had no choice but to face it. I had no options. It gets sad when you get older and you have no options. Don't ever, if I start talking like that, nobody ever go, because I only say shit like that either in stupid jest or in what is initially some instinct of mine to cry out for help. But that I would never want to come out of me. So I cut it off and just forget about it, you know, when shit like that happens, if you'll do that for me. When stuff like that happens, stuff, not S. I didn't say S, yes, I said S. Oh man, the jar is getting expensive. I don't even, see, there it goes again. With the instant urge to whine, and I gotta cut that shit off and say, no, 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 no. Otherwise I'd be doing that all freaking day. It's a bad habit. And it's not even a bad habit that I even have, but it's the one that's just forever in the periphery, trying to take control. If you've ever noticed that, it's a good thing to just be aware of. That's all I'm saying about it. I'm done. I'm finished with that subject. That darned subject from heck. That evil, satanic, satanic prevert stuff. That's what that was. Satanic prevert crap. And that doesn't go in the square jar. Satanic prevert garbage. That's a little bit softer. I like that better. Satanic prevert nonsense. gibberish, Supreme Court talk. Actually, any of these could be used to describe the Supreme Court. Which, Michael Elon, if you happen to pop in here, MFer, I know you're not out there. I'm going to look. But you did pop into USA Inks earlier. Huh. Okay, well, I got a bone to pick with you, Michael. I got a serious bone to pick with you. It's going to be you and me with our, whatever, esters at high noon. Right there on Main Street. And we're going to have a debate. And I'm sorry at how I'm going to make you look in that debate. Because you're conflating. And I don't, you know what, I can talk to him when he's not here. I hope that he watches this. You're conflating the fact that we adopted some aspects of English common law into our natural born rights, or into our natural law rights, God-given rights. Yes, some concepts originate from common law in the Bill of Rights, some of those concepts. Yes, they do, but that doesn't mean that judges have the power to come along and change those things. They were never meant to here. No, Michael, you're not arguing honestly. You're not being intellectually honest. You brought up all this stuff that, you know, that comes from common law, like jury trials, for example. Yeah, that's true. That is a part of our system, but nowhere in the Constitution or the Bill of Rights or the Declaration of Independence does it say anything about jurisprudence, case law, common law, or authorize judges in any way to legislate. And if you define what legislation is when an authority creates an edict that people accept and law enforcement follows up on. That makes it a law. Judges are not gods. They're not rulers. And if you want to continue to believe in this case law, then you have to say they are, because you're saying that these judges, these unelected, unaccountable to the picked out, from birth people on SCOTUS have a higher claim to than what it says in the Constitution and what it says in the Bill of Rights, that their word means more. And that's treasonous. I'm sorry, Michael, you have to stop it. You can't just keep on having all these facts on your face and just keep going, yeah, but I don't feel it. You can't do that, man. And I would have just addressed this in my comments to Michael, but I can't leave comments on his freaking, oh, what was happening? Was I just gone forever and I lost everyone? And I was just babbling on and on and on. You gotta be freaking joking me. Where did it get cut off? Where did it get cut off? I have to know. If anybody's still here, where did it get cut off? Somebody help me. Where was I? I was just dissing everybody who was still here actually watching this stream, this worthless stream, and talking about how y'all have foolishly waited for it to turn into something of any redeeming value whatsoever. And of course it never has, and it never was going to. I had quite a good spiel going. It was actually pretty, like, laugh out loud funny. And then I had to look down and see that freaking, it wasn't even streaming anymore. I'm sorry. I can't pull off the angry thing very easily anymore. I don't know. It's just some kind of a problem I have. It's like this nervous tick that I just, if I start to show anger at all, I just bust out laughing. All right, let's see here. It's crazy. That doesn't make me a little bit crazy. You're right. Let's see here. I know it's dark as in the head, but if I turn my light on, that's not going to be... I mean, I'm not too pretty anyways. I was just hoping that maybe... Oh, what's this? Oh, no, that's just okay. I knew that was just a garage light, but in the camera for a second it looked like maybe I was getting swooped on. I'm surprised I haven't. Really, like, you can't really even walk around this neighborhood and talk loud at night without getting swoopered on, usually. And I don't know what that guy in the truck over there, that guy in the truck that works for the Parks Department is still over there. I think he was getting out of the truck to go party. At first I thought he was getting out to say something to me, but then I wasn't sure if it was the camera that I was talking to the camera, or that he changed his mind, or that he wasn't ever going to say anything to me in the first place. I wasn't sure. But he's still over there, so I think he was just getting out to go party. Should have said, "Where's the party, bruh?" Not gonna. Yeah, that'd be a smart fucking move. Excuse me. Oh man, the swear jar, man. The swear jar is getting fat. The swear jar is getting fat. When I go over this, it's gonna be bad. Maybe I can find an excuse to get too busy to go over this whole thing. I think that's gonna maybe have to happen. Alright, I'm almost back here to the house. That was a good, like, really long walk exercise there. Long one. I don't even know however long the stream was. Plus some, actually. So I started going after him before I turned it on. So, yeah. This is going to be me signing off. Mr. Bones, thank you for sticking around. USA Inc. Bendejo. Okay. Okay. Bendejo. Okay. Oh wow, Brent's not a freaking moderator either. Okay, let's see. I said to him that he was, and I must have made myself a liar. Now he is. Okay. That's weird. I was sure he was. I guess I was wrong. That's, you could mark down on your calendar, because that doesn't happen a whole lot. Just do that. Just take my word for that. You know why, though? I already know exactly where I went wrong there, so it only kind of half counts. Because I know, like, basically what went wrong there. Oh, I thought I lost my headlamp, but I didn't. But I want to see what this is out here. It looks like some kind of garbage, or the hell is this? That looks like the carpeted things off of a boat, or the inside of a trunk, maybe. Although, so that's awfully heavy material. I should use for either one. And you can take a look at this park here really quick on my way out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but let's see. Yeah, you should be able to. Is this the Coppers? No, it's not. Darn. Okay, and then we've got this Bike Town Bikes right here. I actually had contacted them to say, hey, if you want to, like, set something up here where my house is right on the corner, and you could have power, but no, they weren't interested. I don't know where they take these things. They come and pick them up and go charge them. I thought for a while that they must just come here and just, stick something to them and park here for a minute while they charge up, but I have never yet caught them doing that. Of course, I haven't caught them picking the damn things up either, so I'm just not even sure what the hell is going on. It's like some kind of a weird Twilight Zone thing. I don't even know what to think of that. Okay, alright, that's it. Well, screw it. I'm just going to stay on for another second here while I walk up to the house, just because I'm pretty, and I don't want some, grape ape to get any ideas about me. I'm just too much of a target. Too pretty. Alright, that's it. It's over. I hope that you've had a good time. Ask yourself, who are the people in your neighborhood? Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Over and out.